Well, we do have our panel of experts ready to weigh in, analyzing this testimony moment by moment. Joining me tonight from Los Angeles, criminal defense attorney Sara Azari. In Atlanta, HLN investigative reporter Natisha Lance, and also Los Angeles, Howard Samuels. He is an addiction treatment specialist who can help us break down that angle of Johnny Depp's testimony. Thank you so much all for being here. Sara Azari, I first want to ask you, as a trial lawyer yourself based in Los Angeles, you've seen many people testify. This was the first question out of the box for him. Why did you bring this defamation suit? It was a long answer. He paused a lot, seemingly to find the right words. Yes, he's an actor. Did you find his testimony credible here in the beginning?
Yeah, Jean, good to be with you. I thought he was calm, collected, and extremely credible. You know, yes, he's an actor. Yes, he can stage his testimony. That's what he does, you know, but in this instance, I think that, you know, of course, he took a pause because, as we all know, there's a stink around his name that he needs to get rid of. He's lost jobs in Hollywood because of this op-ed, not really after the 2016 allegations when they first came out, but after the 2018 op-ed was published. So really, that I think obviously is we can't say that that's not an issue and that's not his motive. But I think he was very credible when he also said it's about the truth. You know, he's lived with this for 6 years. You know, suddenly he's a wife beater. He's lost opportunities. It's affected his family. I mean, he really went into a side of this that we may have not really thought of. We think, oh, it's just about his employment opportunities and the money and the long-term effect it has on his career. But there's this other human side to this, is that, you know, I'm a good guy and I have been wrongly accused and I'm here for the truth. And also, Jean, I think we have to remember that it really ultimately, of course, to me, doesn't really matter if he prevails because he's had his day in court. You know, he has some hurdles to overcome. He has to show actual malice. It's not enough to just show that she lied about these allegations. But ultimately, if he's unable to prove his case in a way that he'll win this defamation suit, he still was able to take the stand finally and try to tell his truth. So I think it's really, really, it was an incredible day in this whole saga.
You know, I think that's an excellent point. Natisha, he is a worldwide movie star. And we want to tell everybody, you're going to watch so much of Johnny Depp during this hour. We have so many parts of testimony to play for you on all of these different issues. But Natisha, were you surprised how he came across? Because many are referring to him as just so human in all of this today.
He came across really relatable to me, Jean, and he gave painstaking detail going through these long stories, as we've talked about, sometimes long-winded, sometimes he was rambling. But I think that that's exactly what he had to do. He said this is the first time he's been able to tell his story in full about all of these allegations. So he needs to paint himself as more than just the celebrity Johnny Depp that people have come to know him as over his 30-year career, and not just what they've seen or heard about him, but really become relatable to this jury. Let them into the way he thinks, how his past has played into his relationships, how his past played into his relationship with Amber Heard, and going forward, how it plays into these allegations and how they really impacted him, his family, and his career.
And legally, that's called foundation, right? It was extremely important. All right, still to come tonight, Johnny Depp's abusive childhood. In his own words, the actor describes the physical, verbal, and psychological abuse he endured from his mother. I don't think you'll believe this when you hear it. And also how his father's unwillingness to stop that abuse affected him.